My son was killed 3 months ago. I have a granddaughter that's 9 years old. I've had custody of her since she was a baby. After his death and funeral, Kim decides she wants to come to my house and remove her. Brought the police to my house.
After the funeral?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All rise for support court with Judge Vanda B. Judge, this is case number JVB1069, Franklin case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Franklin, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge Vanda. My son was killed 3 months ago. I have a granddaughter that's 9 years old. I've had custody of her since she was a baby. After his death and funeral, Kim decides she wants to come to my house and remove her. Brought the police to my house.
After the funeral?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. She did. She did that. As traumatic as it was for me and my family, she decided to remove Rakisha. With the police, caused a scene, which she's done in the past.
A child's future hangs in the balance as a devoted grandmother, Miss Franklin, faces off against the biological mother. The mother's return after years of absence raises a crucial question. Should biology determine custody, or should the child's best interest take precedence? The grandmother alleges that the mother's past is marred by substance abuse and instability, but has she genuinely changed? The judge must weigh the past against the present.
I'm here today for grandparents' rights. I've had my granddaughter since she was a baby. She doesn't even know who this lady is. She knows that she's her mother, but as far as knowing who she is, and with her lengthy past, when I say
When you say lengthy past, what do you mean by that?
Drugs, drinking, fighting, beating the system.
Beating the system?
Yes.
How did she do that?
Welfare, food stamps, housing, anything that's not legal, she's done.
But Rakisha, I said her name right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, she lives with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And prior to your son's death, did your son live with you too, or was Rakisha just living with you?
Only Rakisha, absolutely not. He could not live with me.
Okay, I understand.
But
so how was she getting benefits if her daughter lived with you?
Because, as I mentioned earlier, both of them love to beat the system, and they used my grandchild against me and my husband just so that they can continue to beat the system. I did put my son on child support.
Okay.
That I absolutely did.
And now you're wanting child support from mom.
I want child support and full custody of my granddaughter.
The judge's empathy for Miss Franklin is evident, given her recent loss and her ongoing battle to retain custody of her granddaughter. However, the court must prioritize the law and the child's stability over emotional considerations. Will the mother's troubled past undermine her claims of transformation, or will the court give her a chance to prove herself as a capable mother? For now, the odds seem stacked against her.
Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
Oh, absolutely, yes. When she brought the police to my house, she told them that I threatened her, and she threatened me. She threatened to kill me. I said, absolutely not, Your Honor. What I told her when she called, I said, you know what? If you come over here, I'm not going to be in control. Smith and Weston going to be in control.
Oh, okay. Well, it didn't get that far, did it?
Well, it didn't, because the police drug her from my front yard.
Oh, okay. And I'm sorry for your loss as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything else you need me to know before I move over to her?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I didn't catch your last name. I just heard your first name is Kim.
That's what I want to say. I'm a fan. It's Kim Bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
Yes.
How do you spell it?
Boudure.
Oh, okay. Is that French?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can I call you Lady B? I think
you can
I'll
call me
butcher
Kim. You can call me
Kim.
Miss
Okay.
Kim.
I think I'll butcher that last name too much.
Okay.
Okay. So, is all of what she's saying true? You had a history with drugs, drinking. She said you're cheating the system, getting welfare. What it sounds like is that your daughter has been living with her this entire time. So, I mean, is what she's saying true?
The whole thing is, it's the past, you know.
So it is true. The answer is yes.
Some of it is, yeah.
Okay, which part of it is true?
As far as maybe some of the illegal drug activity that her son and I both partake in, you know, some of that is true, but as far as the food stamps and all that, it's not. She's just going by hearsay, by what people are telling her, just using that.
This case takes an intriguing turn as the mother acknowledges her troubled past, yet claims to have transformed. But has she done enough to prove it? She argues that she has been building a relationship with her daughter. But how much weight does that carry when the grandmother has been the primary caregiver for the child's entire life? Courts often prioritize a child's stability over a parent's desire for a fresh start. Given that the mother hasn't provided financial support,
as I stated, as she stated, as far as coming to get my kids, you know, with the police and stuff, that's true.
Okay.
Because I need Rakisha, to come and be with her mom. You know, she's getting older and so is she, you know. So
that wasn't nice. She's been taking care of your daughter. So what difference would it make if she's getting older?
She has been, again, all these words are past tense. It's 2022 and it's time for my daughter to come home with me.
But she hasn't lived with you.
She hasn't, because I was working on my career and getting myself together, you know, so I can be the mom that I need to be. And, you know, I've done that. And unfortunately, you know, Ricky passed, you know, rest his soul. And it's time for my daughter to come home with her mother.
Okay.
I'm not the woman that I used to be, Your Honor.
All right. But you are still the woman she doesn't know, your daughter, right?
Well, actually, and she doesn't know that, I've been talking to Rakisha for about 4 or 5 months now.
Talking to her about what?
Talking to her, letting her know, you know, first of all, reaching out, letting her know that it's unfortunate that our dad passed, and letting her know that I want us to get our relationship together. I want to be the nurturing mother that, you know, that she needs.
Okay. So as of right now, you're a stranger, right?
I wouldn't necessarily say strangers.
Well, it's not necessarily what you want to say. It's what the facts say. You're a stranger to this child that you came and attempted to remove from her caretaker, right?
She's been taking care of her, yes. And I commend her for that. But my daughter needs to be with her mother.
All right. But you do understand that your daughter needs to be in an environment that's stable, where she is familiar with the person that is taking care of her.
Okay, she has to get familiar with her. I am working. I, make good money. I've been paying insurance, so it's not like I've been totally out the picture.
Let's talk about that. How much money do you make?
About $70,000.
$70,000. How much? You say insurance as well?
Yes, I pay $170 a month.
All right. How much of that have you given to grandmother?
Will the judge take her claims seriously? A pivotal moment arises as the court reveals the mother's substantial income, $70,000 a year. Yet she hasn't provided any financial support for her daughter until now. The judge is on the cusp of a major ruling, and child support laws take center stage. The court views a parent's refusal to support their child, despite having the means, as a form of neglect. As the judge begins calculating payments, the mother's discomfort grows.
And it's not a hard question if you've actually done anything.
Well, I can say none then. Let's just, be done with it. None.
So you make all of this money and you haven't given grandmother anything for your daughter?
Well, her dad has been taking care of the child support and everything up until this point.
Right, but what were you doing?
I was paying the insurance.
Okay. So you were paying the insurance.
Yeah.
Your daughter living with someone else.
Well, she the one wanted to raise her.
But ma'am, it is your daughter.
It's my daughter. You know, I paid the insurance. She wanted a raise. When the dad did the child support, we all just did our part.
You obviously came here to waste my time.
Not really. I mean,
It sounds like it. It sounds like you're trying to evade the obligation of paying child support or paying any type of financial support for this child because you want to do what you want to do. Insurance is not sufficient, ma'am.
Oh.
Grandmother can pay insurance if she needed to,
But she hasn't.
Well, she can't do it without a modification to your court order. That's the reason she's here.
Will this be the turning point that alters the course of the entire case? The judge's verdict is in. The mother must pay $923 monthly in child support and maintain her daughter's health insurance. But the bombshell decision is yet to come. She will not be granted custody. In a resounding ruling, the grandmother, who has selflessly raised the child all along, will retain custody. The judge emphasized that this case isn't about affording the mother a second chance, but about prioritizing the child's well-being. In this instance, the judge deemed stability with the grandmother as the best possible outcome for the child.
No, she cannot. She is going to stay and remain with the person who's always taking care of her. You haven't said anything different to support that grandmother has not been doing the job you should have been doing. So what we're going to do is, based on your own testimony, and I believe you told the truth.
I did.
$70,000 a year, and that's giving you credit with the $170 health insurance. Your gross is $5,663. That brings your net to $4,613. You have one child, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, 20% of that brings your monthly child support obligation to $923. And as I stated, you are still to maintain the health insurance.
That's over $1,000.
And no, it's not. It's under $1,000.
So 9 something plus the 170?
No, you got credit. The 170 was given in your gross. So you got credit for that. $923 a month. It's what's fair. It's what's in the best interest of your daughter. Your daughter is going to remain with her grandmother.
Just as the dust settles, another stunning revelation emerges. The mother has 3 more children, all living with different families. And she hasn't been paying child support for them either. The judge's patience wears thin, reducing her monthly support to $680. But it's the scathing rebuke that truly stings. The judge calls her out for dodging her responsibilities, and the mother's attempt to prove her transformation backfires as her own words betray her. The judge's parting remark, "Should have kept your mouth shut," serves as a brutal reality check, leaving her credibility in tatters.
Okay, so... Okay.
Anything else? You had a question?
I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Oh, okay. You might want to do that, especially if it was something inappropriate. All right. Anything further pertaining to this case?
That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further, Miss Franklin?
Yes, Your Honor. This lady just sit here and perjured the court. She has 3 other children that lives with 3 other different daddies.
Oh, wow.
And you know, she had more miles on her than Route 1604.
Okay. Well, Miss Franklin, hold on one second. Do you have other children?
Yes.
So why didn't you say that?
Because, you know, unfortunately, like Rakisha, they live with their dads and their other parent, you know, other side of the family. So.
Are you paying child support for them as well?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So you're just not doing anything.
I'm paying insurance for them too.
Oh, right. So beyond insurance, you haven't done anything for them. Is that what I'm hearing? How many other children do you have?
3.
So you have 3 other children. We have to manipulate your child support amount. So
it should be lower.
Let's see. Let's see how much lower it'll be. All right. Your child support is lower. It went to $680.
Oh, okay. Should have kept your mouth shut.
No, you know, first of all, that was rude. Secondly, she's being honest. You are not being honest. But that's okay. You don't have to be honest with me, because you know what? One day you're going to have to answer to each of your children. And that is going to be your battle to fight with them.
Well, at least they'll know I took care of them by paying their insurance.
Oh, okay. And they'll also know you're a stranger. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
As the gavel falls, one thing is clear. This case was never about punishing the mother, but about safeguarding the child's well-being. The judge's verdict sends a resounding message. Stability trumps biology every time. In family court, the takeaway is stark. If you want custody, you must show up, support your child, and be present, not just when it's convenient. What's your verdict? Did the judge make the right call? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you were as shocked by this case as we were, hit that like button, share your reactions, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.